Okay, so I start with usually unloading the dishwasher, and that's what you all saw me do a few minutes ago. I unload the dishwasher and then reload the dirty dishes into it. So what's left over here are Jonathan's syringes and some coffee pods that we used to make our coffee. His syringes have a lot of pill form medicines in them, and so what we'll do with those is I'll soak them in the sink for a few hours and then put them away. And we just bought like a strainer type dish. I don't know if you can see it, but so that is all of his syringes from yesterday and the day before, because we were having some things go on and I didn't get to tend to the syringes like we do. But these are everything usually in the dish drain is normally for Jonathan. These are cups that we put his syringes in to keep them separated from the G and the J's. These are just regular baby bottles, but we use them to measure his formula. This is the formula container, and that's pretty much what we have right there. But I will soak his syringes for a little bit, and so that's how we do that. And Jonathan's saying something over here. Can you say hello? Hello? You want to say hello? See, I'm tired. I get tired after doctor's visits. Even though he got to sit in the car, he didn't go in. We still quarantine him as much as possible. It was a short trip, family doctor just down the road a little ways. So even still though, it does kind of wear Jonathan out to a degree. So that's where we're at right now. So I'll go ahead and show you how I do these syringes and kind of finish up on some of the rest of how our day normally goes. We're getting started late, but this is kind of what our days are like. These are the little containers that we use to put our coffee in, but it sticks in them, and so I have to use a knife and scrape the coffee out. That's what I was doing over there, was scraping the coffee out to put it into the garbage can. And then I just bring them back over here and rinse them out. What is it? 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 What you doing, buddy? So now we have a clean kitchen. Except for all the stuff here. I'll deal with that later on today. Yay! So now, what are we going to do? We are going to go get on your mat, change your diaper, and play. You want to go play on the mat? Let's go play. Let's go play.
Picture helps you understand the underlying text. Tap to view each picture.
Okay, so we are in the living room fixing to set up Jonathan's mat and do a little bit of mat therapy and change his diaper and all that good stuff. Sissy's in the background doing her homeschool and puppies are licking my hands. Yeah. So we'll get the mat and set it up. This is Jonathan's mat, and it's just a trifold mat. I bought it off Amazon several years ago, but it has held up really great. We love it. Now with Jonathan, he has some severe reflux issues and doesn't do very well as far as his trach is concerned, sitting, laying flat. So I try to prop it up. And so we don't unfold. It actually has 4 sections, the mat does. There's a blue section as well. But because of his reflux issues, I keep this one folded up. And that will actually give him a little more height. And these are just laptop trays. So I'll just push these under it like so. And then it leaves, I don't know if you can tell, but it leaves it at an incline. Maybe you can see from this angle. But anyway, it kind of keeps him in an incline. And so that way, we don't have to worry so much about his reflux. I try not to keep him laying flat for very long just because of his reflux. So I usually try to get him up and play with him and do some things like that. So, but we do leave him down long enough to do some range of motion and things like that. So, kind of show you how we do these. So I will gather all of Jonathan's supplies up and for changing his diaper and everything, and we'll get him laid down on his mat. Go. Go. No. Obviously a diaper. Changing pad.
The map on the screen shows your starting point and where the cache is located. Your next step is to figure out the best way to get close to the cache. Easily track your progress. Just watch the dot marking your location on the map as it moves toward the cache.
Oh my goodness, she's so cute. Mwah.
Wipes, of course wipes, diaper cream, and this is actually nystatin powder. He has a place in the creases of his legs that are keeping excess moisture, and so it's causing him some difficulties there. So they've told us to use nystatin powder because it absorbs. So we're trying to do frequent diaper changes and things like that just to be able to try to get it to heal.
Hey, Trixie.
Whether you're geocaching in a park or a neighborhood, having the right tool.
So now that we have his supplies, I'll get him out of his pea pod and transfer him to his mat. And of course, he's asleep. That's okay. He's used to it.
And get your diaper changed. You get your diaper? You get your diaper?
Up, 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 up. And down, down, down. On your mat. Down on your mat. You get it. You're on your mat. I'm going just a little bit already. Go get your duck. Trixie, go get your duck, Trixie.
Go get clackers. Clackers. I think it's a duck.
So we'll get Jonathan changed and then we will be right back. Okay, so Jonathan's diaper's changed and little Miss Trixie, anytime she sees Jonathan laying somewhere, that's where she's got to be. So
Open the container to see what's
as you can
inside.
see, she's found her a new spot, but she's fixing to get booted out.
As you replace it with something,
They're fixing to get booted out. Ain't she?
Yeah.
So we'll work on a little bit of range of motions while we've got him on his mat.
Give me. Okay.
She goes up and down.
Sir.
Trixie wants to do therapy. Lay down. Lay down.
No. Mom.
Kick her. Get off. Don't kick her. We don't kick dogs, do we? Get her.
He doesn't want to go. I can't right now.
Your tail is in the view.
Oh, you smell scratch.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
I see that.
Doesn't hurt.
Little dog. What are you doing? Okay. Ooh. Oh my goodness, we've got you, look at this, we've got you all wrapped up here.
a logbook will also be in the cache. The logbook
You say hello?
lists every person who is found on cache.
Hello.
When. Add your name
So this
and
is not my favorite.
Put the logbook back
Is
inside
it?
the container and hide it.
Show them what we do with your legs. Maybe if we go this way, Trixie.
Post your find on the geocaching website. This tells other players that the cache
Mm-hmm.
is still in its hiding place.
What steps should be followed after finding a cache?
Rubber doggy.
Add the last step to the chart.
Rubber doggy. Rubber doggy. So in and out. In and out. You did. It's Trixie doing therapy with you. It's Trixie doing therapy with you. Ain't you like? Good job. Good job.
Cache at location 1. You have to take a trip to the desert. To reach the cache at location 2, you must have a
Bend your legs. Bend your legs. In, out, up and down. Out and in. Out and in. Run. Can you see that? Can you see that?
Choose Your Cat Adventure by Joanne Ruelos Diaz.
Can you see that?
Read carefully. You only get one try to answer each question.
Oh, big old monkey. Can you say hello? Can you say hello? Say hello. So we'll work on head control a little bit here. Don't.
Can you imagine playing a game of hide and seek with more than 30 people?
What do these
So I've got Jonathan up. I'm hoping the camera can see it good enough, but this is one way we work on some head therapy. He's just straddling me basically. And so we bounce. We bounce. I'm really tired. I don't feel good. He's been on the road a lot this week. Sometimes we end up just snuggling, don't we? So it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. You want to show how you do your head? Put your head up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Good job. Good boy.
The first thing to do is to learn the rules for different geocaching games and the types of caches.
He's so sleepy.
Find all this
John's so
information online.
sleepy.
Then decide
John's so
whether you want to be a
sleepy.
hider or a seeker or both. You'll need a GPS.
This thing about Mama's doing therapy. We tend to snuggle more than we therapy. Don't we? So we snuggle, don't we? You want to see your face? Let's let him see your face while we do some therapy.
Now you're ready to choose your geocaching adventure. The type you choose
Say hi.
will help you know which supplies and information you will need to play.
And that gagging is part of his reflux, we think. He gags a lot. I think it's when that reflux comes up, it burns him. Hold your head up. Good job. Ooh, good job. Can you hold your head up?
Now you're ready to choose your geocaching adventure. The type
Good job.
you choose will help you know which supplies and information you will need for playing.
So as you can see, he is pretty tired. Don't know that we're going to get much more therapy than what we're getting, but it's also 2 o'clock. Mornings, usually 11 or 12 is when we normally do his therapy and go to the morning. Okay. So we got your diaper changed. We did some therapy, just a little bit. So now we're going to go back in our pee pod and see what we get to do next. Yeah, and we'll see what we get to do next. You see? Ready? Okay, so Jonathan is back in his pee pod, and you can tell just how tired he is. He's out now, so we wore him out. Sissy is having trouble with some schoolwork, so we're gonna stop and help her for a little while. Her and Gizmo. Gizmo tries to give her the answers. Yeah. And so we'll pop back on maybe in a few minutes and kind of show you how the rest of our days go. But for now, I'm going to help.
School's horrible.
School is horrible. I'm going to help Little Miss with her school. Okay, so this kind of wraps up our day in a blog when everything's done, all the housework is done, and all the fun stuff that we don't like to do is done. Then me and Jonathan come and chill out. It is now 10 till 4, and his nighttime nurse will get here around 7 tonight, and so then we'll take him to bed. Not right now. Not right now. This is Mama's holding time right now. Sissy's still doing school. Had to take a break. We had an appointment, in-home appointment come up, so.
And I was eating.
And she had to eat. So, here we are. Just chilling out for the rest of the afternoon until nighttime nurse gets here. Okay, so we are going to take Jonathan to bed. It is now 7:07, and his nurse should be getting here any time, but I will go ahead and he's kind of fussy and is needing a lot of suctioning, so I'm going to go ahead and take him to bed. Bear with me, I'm doing this one-handed and pushing this pee pod at the same time. This is a great seat, but it's huge. Doggies are in their cage for the night in Sissy's bedroom, Anya's bedroom. That's their bed. They sleep in a little cage by our floor. Right. So we'll go into Jonathan's room, and I usually just make sure his bed's good. And it needs some straightening. So So we'll straighten up his bed. And he is already unhooked just because we just picked him up just a minute ago. We were holding him and had him hooked up, but in order to transfer him, we... Right, oh, go get this side. I'm taking the pad with me, but that's okay. Cameraman's helping me. Yeah, I know. So normally we would just, the nurse and I would just transfer him in here together, but since she's not here yet, we just went ahead, and he's having some struggling to breathe just a little bit, so. You can see all the secretions he's had on his little bib. And I don't know if I ever showed you these before, but these are what Jonathan gets. We call them hot spots, but they're hot patches. I don't know if you can tell very well, but they're hot patches on his legs, and that's what happens to him after if it gets too hot out in the sun, or even if something sits on him for just a few minutes, he'll get those hot patches on his legs. And these cut socks are to go over his AFOs. They're too big for him, but they used. So this is us getting him to bed. Okay, so now what we'll do is just continue getting him ready for bed. And I think we've done videos on this, but this is kind of I'm wanting this to be a day in the life. So we'll show you kind of again what we do to get him ready. So the first thing I usually do is put his safety vest on him. And I probably won't talk through every part of this. I'll just kind of do as time permits. Put your shaky on. Put your shaky on. Hey, on he's videoing. You can come in here though. Come on.
Let me turn off the washing dryer. Let me turn off the washing dryer now.
Is it supposed to storm tonight? Yeah, I guess go ahead and turn it off. It's finished.
Okay, buddy.
Let's put this under your legs. We use this, it's a Z-Flow, I think is the name of these pillows, but It's huge and it's heavy, but it works really well. They're just squishy, gel-like material inside of them, and it helps to position him. As you can see, he's kind of sliding. And this is also a Z-Flow. I just have it wrapped in a pillowcase since it's actually up touching him. And this is just a rolled up blanket that we keep over here to keep lines and things like that from him leaning on them or whatever, and making places. Yeah. Oh, let me take it off. Okay. This is breathing treatment. And his shaky vest turned on. And he's shaking. And I'll also turn his penguin on. And at this time, we will go make his medicines and do all that good stuff. So Daddy will sit here with him while I'm making his medicines. But this is our nighttime routine, and the nurse should be here in a little bit to take over the rest of it. So I just kind of wanted to give you all kind of a day in the life. So we appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe.